Good morning. No, let's look at the camera. Good evening. I make a video, then you want to talk to me. I'm trying to talk to the camera. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, family. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the mental house. I am your host, Khadijah. Y'all know my grandbaby is just a ham. She spent the night last night, and it's been hell on wheels. I'm too old for this. Would you want to explain the story, or you gonna give me a chance? Because I really want to talk about nerves. Yeah, I really do. I don't think you know anything about that yet, so why don't you just listen, okay? Listen, you guys. I just want good morning, good afternoon, good evening, family. If I didn't say it before, I'm really cuckoo now. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the mental house. I'm your host, Khadijah, and this is Grandbaby. Okay? And listen, y'all, what I want to talk about today, just so in case some of you don't think that you're crazy, and that is the narcissist disappearing act. Oh, they're going to do it. You don't know why they do it because it's part of the valuing and devaluing system. So if you don't know what's going on, you could easily, like me, think that you're nuts. In fact, this gaslighting and this crazy making and this flying, all this stuff helps to make you second guess yourself. And I know it sounds crazy, and you're like, well, how can you if you were very confident in your thoughts? No, 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 no. Has nothing to do with that. If a person is constantly and perpetually chipping at something every single day in a not such a covert manner, maybe overt, just or I'm sorry, not in an overt manner, a covert manner. Just chip. You really don't hardly see it until you crack. And this is what I'm saying. So actually, I'm trying to answer this email for you, yes, Michelle, um, because Michelle's question was, does she's in a situation where she just met a person, and she's not very secure in this relationship because she's known the person 3 months now, and each one of the months that she's no, except for the first. And the first month, this person called her every single day. It's almost like clockwork, and she could depend on it. She said even though she was like a little overwhelmed, it felt special that somebody would call her, check on her, see how she was doing, what is her plans for today, all these things, showing concern and adulation for the person. Um, and so she kind of got used to it because that was the pattern that the person established, the person laid out. All of a sudden, during the third or the second month of dating the person stopped calling in the usual time, 9 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and that was the first thing that she noticed. Um, but she had gotten used to it. She could just pretty much figure out when the person was going to call. So of course that stopped, and the person stopped calling her at those assigned times. Then it went from me calling you and talking with you every day to you just disappearing and not saying, hey, I need a break. I think this is going on. Moving a little bit too fast. But I mean literally disappearing. Where when you call the same number that you've been talking to this person on, the person is gone. It never answers the phone. So she said that she was very disturbed by this. And This has happened to her, I think, she said 4 times now. This is classic. I want you to know, sweetheart, classic narc behavior. And I suggest when you get out this relationship, don't get in another one till you deal with whatever is going on with you. Okay, because you're gonna keep on attracting these types, and it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse. And what they do is it's called the value and the devalue stage. So what they do, and they set a standard, usually set a pattern where they're gonna do this all the time. And I don't even know if they do it consciously or unconsciously. And furthermore, I could really care less. But what happens is then they stop. And the same thing that you kind of used to them doing, they don't do it anymore. Now you don't even know where the hell they are. They disappear you at night, in the daytime, and so finally when they resurface, they'll act like nothing has happened. They will act as if nothing has happened. And if you have some inkling about self-esteem about yourself, you are going to reject that kind of behavior. And the first thing you're going to be like is, well, where you been? What's going on? And so when this person says something to the effect that, well, I don't gotta tell you everything. Every time I go somewhere, I mean, I had some things I had to take care of. I don't have to tell you everything I do every minute. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. Narc flag. I can tell you it's a narc flag. Been there, done that. Where I would be called all night long. I would also be so silly enough to, I was living so far below the veil. I would allow myself to be called in the middle of the night while this person is at work and talking to me, and I'm keeping them company while they're at work. I'm talking to them while they are at work, and sometimes they call me because their boss has to come. And then they pick the phone back up. This is all going on in the middle of the night, and I got to get up and go to work my own self. The epitome of selfishness. And then all of a sudden, when this person gets interested in somebody else, or when they take me to the devaluation stage, I never knew what was going on. I just knew all of a sudden the person would just drop out. And then it got to the point when I questioned it, why are you doing that? What is that all about? It became an argument. That I was trying to control the person, and not even giving any credence to the fact that you established this pattern. You started this crap. You the one started calling me all this time, so now I'm used to it, and so now you're gonna be mad at me because I'm used to you calling me. See, crazy making is what I call it. Crazy making. So Michelle, what I'm trying to say is, if you got somebody that's doing you like that, that's what I call it. I don't know no other word, but it's crazy making because it will make you crazy. So what you need to do is not allow yourself to be devalued anymore. Okay? So now it depends on where you are. I don't know how far you are in your recovery, or even if you've even started in your recovery. But what you need to do is you need to, first of all, in my opinion, you're going to have to set up some boundaries for yourself, because it doesn't seem like, and if you do have them, just exercise them when it's come to this person. And if you like the person, I probably would just come to him and say, I noticed that you used to call me a lot. You used to call me at a certain time, and now all of a sudden it's a problem. And you think I'm trying to check on you and I'm trying to do these things. So maybe we should take a break. And I guarantee you, the person is going to probably be like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. And then they'll probably repeat the same behavior over and over again. So all I'm saying is, the way I would handle it, I would just start spending more time with myself. I would just start almost like looking at this as if I'm taking notes. Every time this person does these type of behaviors to me, and I accept it. And then I start thinking about, how does this make me feel? How does it make me feel that I know this person is making a fool out of me, or at least trying? And then if I have anything to say about it, like I'm trying to defend myself or the way I want to be treated, it becomes an argument. And that's how I have to rationalize it with myself. Okay, so Michelle, I know exactly what you're going through. It's called valuing and devaluing because trust me, you're everything while the person is calling you every day, all day. You everything. You're everything to me. Everything to me. Everything. And then within a few days, war. What is it good for? Absolutely. Say it again. Nothing. War. And you have no idea how you come from one side of this equation to the next side. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm just a little animated, and I just try to explain it with a little lightheartedness. But if that bothers you, I'll stop. I'll stop if it bothers you. Anyways, as I was saying, honey, take heed to my advice. Don't let it drag on for 10, 15 years because then it just takes so much out of your life. It does. Because some of this behavior is just never going to stop. It's never going to change. And you are actually going to enable it to keep being crazy as long as you keep yourself there as a supply. Like a body under the bed for the vampire to suck on. You can't do that. Okay? So, I hope I went to the point, and that is, yes, the narcs always have, and another thing, they always have double lives. See, because this usually when they're in one of them disappearing phases, they're probably with another person, a person that they're established or they go to either when they break up from you or when they broke up from them, they met you. Okay, this is how it usually works. So they always got somebody on deck. They're on deck for their supply. And when that person is disappearing, that's probably what's going on. You're not the wiser because you're trusting this person, and that person says, well, you can believe me because I'll never cheat on you and I'll love you, all that stuff like that. The nominee for the best actor or actress is. That's all that's about. Okay? So I hope I helped you, and all I want you to do is just examine your behavior. You've already seen this person. And if you need a little bit more validation and ammunition, just look at it a little bit more for what it's worth. And one thing about the narc, once you question them or say no, you off to the races in the madhouse. Okay? So I hope I answered that for you. And I got to get off. You know how that goes. But if you like what you hear, please, please, please subscribe. Why don't you like the video and share it? But I really, really want you to push the little button there that allows you to get a notification when I put a little video up. And that I would really appreciate, okay? All right, y'all. Listen, stay narc-free. Narc-proof your house. Narc-proof your brain. And if it is just totally impossible, then do everything you can to learn how to minimize their sting. Okay? Because every little bit helps. All right. If you like what you hear, like I said, I better go. Like and subscribe. And I'm going to see you next time in the mental house. Alone. Bye-bye.